Hello everyone and welcome to part 8 of my Learn Ethical Hacking course. In this part we're going to look at targeted sniffing. So I'm going to open the terminal, and what we need to do first is enable monitor mode again, because if I do iconfig, as you can see, every time I turn off this virtual machine it resets the wireless card back to WLAN 0 with mode managed. So to get it back to the monitor mode, I need to do airmon ng start WLAN 0. Click enter. It's going to do that. Found 3 processes that could cause trouble. You can do airmon ng check kill to kill them, but they're not causing me a problem so far, so I'm just going to leave them. So it's enabled again on WLAN 0 mon. So if I do iwconfig WLAN 0 mon, click enter, as you can see it says monitor. So for clear, we've got it back into monitor mode now, and we can do aerodump ng and WLAN 0 mon. So it's going to start sniffing the packets again. And basically what we're going to do in this video is we're going to do it targeted. So we're going to specifically target one network to start sniffing. So if I let it just sniff some more packets, there we go, I can stop this now. So to stop it, it's Control-C. And to specifically target one of these networks now, what you need to do is you need to do aerodump -ng. Then you need to do -- channel, and then do a space, and then find the name of the channel that you want to target. So say we want to target this one here, VM, then obviously it's channel 6 because it says so in the CH. So we do 6, then do space, and then do --BSSID. Then we need to specify the BSSID, which is the MAC address of this router. So we just copy this one here. Make sure you copy the correct one, so the corresponding one, and I'm just going to paste it. And then we want to write it to a file. So we save all the information that we capture, all the packets. We can save it inside different document formats, which then can be used to import it into Wireshark to analyze the packets and get sensitive information. But we're not at that stage yet, so I'm just going to do write test, what shall we call this? Test. We'll just call it test. So just call it test, so the file name will just be called test, and then the name of your card, so WLAN 0 mon. So basically this is just going to do aerodump ng. It's going to go to channel 6. It's going to locate this specific MAC address here, which corresponds to the VM8 ESSID. And then I'm going to write a test file to the root directory, which will save all the packets, and then I'm using WLAN 0 mon to do so. So if I click enter, then it starts sniffing the packets again for this ESSID, so for this specific router. But there's a new window basically down here, a new BSSID, etc. What this is showing now, this is very useful if you have watched the previous video. The BSSID here, this is still a MAC address, and as you can see it's the same as this MAC address up here. These are all the same. So basically this is what the device or client is connected to. So if I highlight them, all these are basically clients connected to this specific network. So it's a router in my room, so obviously all the devices I've got connected to will show up here. If you sniff your neighbor's Wi-Fi, for example, you will see all their devices connected to that Wi-Fi, or well, you'll see their MAC addresses anyway. Now, if you remember in, I think it was part 5 or 6, where I talk about MAC addresses, and I was talking about like a secret router or secret network of computers, and you've got to find out their MAC address for you to be able to change your one to their one to be able to connect to the network. Then this is how you would sort of find out their MAC address. So these are obviously MAC address devices that are connected, and that is basically a targeted sniff. If I do Control-C just to stop it. So basically, like I said, this is just a targeted sniff attack. You can actually see devices that are connected to that Wi-Fi spot, So for example, if you done this to a public Wi-Fi, you would probably see quite a lot of these. But the main point of this, or the main focus, is the MAC addresses of the clients. Basically all the information is the same. Again, this is power, so this is how close the client device is to that Wi-Fi spot. So basically that was it for this video. I was just showing you how to do a targeted sniff attack and how to find all the clients connected to that router. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to analyze these packets and then talk more about actually decrypting them. Because if you go to your places and go to home, as you can see here now, there's test, which is what we created when we done write. Then we put test. So basically this is what it creates. We have test.cap, test.cv, CSV, and so on. You can put this into Wireshark, but in fact I will do that now. So if I go down here and type Wireshark, click enter, give it a second, and it should open Wireshark Network Analyzer. Give it a second. Right, it should come up with an error. If it doesn't, don't worry, but even if it does, just click OK. It doesn't really matter. Excuse me. These are all your Wi-Fi cards basically, and as you can see, it's picking up signals with this one, and this is our monitor mode one. You can just go to File, Open, and if we go to scroll down a little bit and go, import test1.cap, just click Open. As you can see here, we've got devices. So basically one device that's connected to it is light I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's one of the devices connected to this network. I believe it's like a spare phone I've got. There's a Samsung. So you can get information, but there's not much we can do at this point because we need to find the Wi-Fi key to be able to do some damage. So this is mainly just for finding MAC addresses and stuff. Because we need the Wi-Fi key to be able to do some damage or be able to actually start penetration testing the network. But I thought it was useful for you to know that you can actually put this in Wireshark and have a look at all the packets and the destination it goes to. So that was it for this video. If it did help, please leave a like, comment. I'll be happy to help, and subscribe for the latest content, and I'll see you in the next video.